Everyone used to root for Melody. But what if I told you that was only half the story? And now the real story is about to explode. A truth so raw, it pushed Destiny, Kimmy, and even Trish to finally break their silence. This is not just gossip. This is the side of Melody Shari the world was never supposed to see. And once you hear it, you might never look at her the same again. Hold up a second. Destiny might not be everyone's favorite, but what she just said about Melody really struck a nerve. Because, let's be honest, does Melody Shari ever truly take responsibility for her actions? People like Kimmy and even Trish have dropped hints about it before, but now the truth seems to be bubbling to the surface. And this time, it is not just gossip, comes with proof, reactions, and shocking facts that might make you rethink everything you believed about Melody. But this right here is not just another round of gossip where we sip tea, nod, and move on like nothing happened. Today, we are stepping into a story that has been quietly brewing behind the scenes for a long time, and now it is finally blowing up for everyone to see. We are talking about none other than Melody Shari, the woman many know as the queen of bouncing back from drama, making boss moves in business, and shining brighter after everything she went through with Martell. For a long time, fans admired her for her strength. They loved how she carried herself through heartbreak, built her brand, and kept her head high when the world seemed to turn against her. Melody became the symbol of resilience, a woman who never let the chaos break her spirit. But lately, a different part of the story is starting to surface. And believe me, it is getting louder by the day. And here is the thing, it is not just Destiny speaking up anymore. Sure, Destiny might have been the first to stir the pot, saying out loud what many people had only whispered in private. She called out Melody, claiming she always wants to be right, never admits when she is wrong, and quickly shuts people down whenever they try to share their side of the story. Destiny's words hit hard because they came with real emotion. It was not just shade, it felt like she was finally releasing something she had been holding in for a long time. But Destiny is not standing alone in this. What started as a single voice of frustration is now being echoed by others who know Melody personally. And that is what makes this story so big. It is not just coming from critics or random internet trolls. These are people who once stood beside her, who called her a friend, who shared moments with her off camera. Take Kimmy Scott, for example, known for being the calm, level-headed peacemaker on Love and Marriage. Huntsville, Kimmy rarely gets involved in messy situations. She is the kind of person who stays neutral, tries to understand both sides, and avoids unnecessary drama. But even Kimmy could not ignore what was happening anymore. In a key moment during season 6, Kimmy made a comment that caught everyone's attention. While talking about the rising tension among the cast, Kimmy looked straight at the camera and said, "Sometimes people only want to hear what matches what they already believe. The rest they dismiss." She did not say Melody's name, but let us be real, the timing, the way she said it, and the expression on her face made it clear who she was talking about. And fans noticed right away. Social media blew up with comments like, "That was definitely about Melody. Kimmy is too real to fake it." People began to realize that maybe Destiny had not been wrong after all. Maybe she had just been the first brave enough to say it out loud. Then there is Trish, known for being unfiltered and brutally honest. During a recent off-camera event, Trish spoke her mind in front of a crowd, and she did not hold back. She said, "You cannot keep calling yourself real and then shut down every time someone holds a mirror up to you. That is not growth, that is control." Boom, mic drop. Trish even talked about how some people, again, without naming names, love to play the victim, using their pain to excuse bad behavior while ignoring the hurt they cause others. She said people claim they want healing on TV but refuse to hear the tough feedback that could actually help them grow. Everyone in that room and anyone who saw the clip online knew exactly who she meant. And because Trish is not caught up in the show's inner drama, her words hit different. She had no reason to protect anyone or hold back. That honesty gave her message real power. Now, fans are starting to put the pieces together. A pattern is showing up in Melody's behavior. If someone disagrees with her, she cuts them off. If they speak their truth, she calls them messy or negative. If they offer criticism, she blocks them or accuses them of betrayal. Kimmy hinted at it. Trish said it straight, and Destiny lived it. So, people are asking the real question: is Melody really a victim of fake friends and shady people? Or is she the one making it impossible for anyone to be honest with her? When you have multiple people from different walks of life all saying the same thing, it is hard to brush it off as just drama. And let us not forget, Social media is powerful. In today's world, how people see you online can make or break your career. And lately, fans are starting to look at Melody a little differently. Some of the very fan pages that used to worship her are now posting about accountability instead of blind support. Because at the end of the day, this is not about cancel culture. It is not about hate. It is about accountability. About someone saying, maybe I did not handle that well. Let us talk. And until Melody does that, this conversation is not going anywhere. If anything, it is only getting louder. Even Kimmy, known as one of the most calm and reasonable people on Love and Marriage, Huntsville, has dropped quiet but clear hints about Melody avoiding honest conversations. And Trish, who never holds back, has also spoken her mind. So now the big question is, do we see a pattern here? Today, we are breaking it all down. We are about to dive deep into Destiny's bold statements, Kimmy's sharp insights, and the way fans all over social media have started reacting. The image of Melody as the woman who is always right, always the victim, and never at fault is beginning to show cracks. And you will not believe who is siding with Destiny now and how Melody handled it when, for once, the spotlight shifted onto her. So, buckle up. This is where things get real. Grab your tea, settle in, and pay attention, because what you are about to hear might seriously change the way you see this so-called fan favorite. But to really understand why Destiny's words struck such a nerve, we need to rewind and look at the friendship Melody and Destiny once had. When Destiny Payton first joined Love and Marriage, Huntsville, it seemed like she and Melody were inseparable. They were always together, laughing, supporting each other, and leaning on one another through life's ups and downs. They confided in each other, shared their struggles with marriage, business, and personal growth. For a while, they looked like the definition of real friendship, not just reality TV buddies. But as time passed, things started to shift. By season 3, fans noticed a change. Destiny began to seem distant, her warmth toward Melody fading into coldness. The fun, lighthearted moments they once shared turned into awkward silences, missed calls, and subtle digs during confessionals. At first, viewers thought it was just the stress of filming or personal issues getting in the way. Maybe they had a misunderstanding or just needed space. Then came the reunion. Everything exploded. Destiny, in front of the world, confronted Melody right on national television. She said straight up, "You don't want to hear anyone else's truth but your own. If it doesn't fit your narrative, it doesn't matter." It was raw, honest, and pulled straight from the heart. But what really shocked people was Melody's response: cold, dismissive, and defensive. That moment opened the floodgates. After the reunion, Destiny gave interviews, explaining more. She claimed that off-camera Melody had been cutting off communication, shutting down real conversations, and even accusing Destiny of betrayal, all because Destiny dared to speak to other cast members. Destiny said she felt pushed aside and silenced, like her voice only mattered if it served Melody's storyline. Destiny also shared that even when she tried to fix things or have an honest talk, Melody would twist the facts and paint herself as the victim, turning fans against Destiny in the process. And Destiny did not just vent, she gave actual examples. Like how Melody allegedly accused her of talking behind her back, when all Destiny did was not jump to her defense in a private conversation. Things got worse when Destiny claimed that after filming wrapped, Melody even blocked her and refused to have any off-camera talks. Now, to be fair, Destiny is not perfect. She has had her own share of drama and messy moments. But this time, her words hit a nerve not just with fans, but with other cast members, too, because suddenly, people started remembering that others on the show had said similar things about Melody in the past. The question quickly became, is Destiny just bitter and looking for attention? Or is she finally brave enough to say what everyone else has been thinking but too afraid to admit? Distant and cold toward Melody. Their happy moments and boss lady vibes faded into awkward silences, ignored calls, and shady comments in People brushed it off at first, blaming it on the stress of filming or simple misunderstandings. Then came the reunion episode, and that is when everything blew up. Destiny called out Melody right on national TV in front of everyone. Her exact words were, "You do not want to hear anyone else's truth but your own. If it does not fit your story, it does not matter." It was raw, honest, and straight to the point, and the way Melody answered, cold, defensive, dismissive. That moment opened the floodgates. In later interviews, Destiny spoke more about it. She claimed that behind the scenes, Melody would cut off conversations, twist the truth and accuse Destiny of betrayal just for talking to other castmates. Destiny said she felt pushed away, like her voice only mattered if it fit Melody's version of the story. Even when Destiny tried to fix things or explain herself, she said Melody would flip the facts and even turn fans against her. And Destiny did not just vent, she gave clear examples, like when Melody allegedly accused her of talking behind her back, even though all Destiny did was not defend her in a private chat. Destiny also said Melody acted like a victim without thinking about how she might have hurt other people in their circle. Destiny even claimed that after filming ended, Melody blocked her and refused to talk things out off camera. Now let us be real, Destiny is not perfect. She has had her fair share of drama and critics. But this time, what she said really hit home, not just with fans, but with other cast members too. Suddenly, people started remembering others on the show had said the same kind of things about Melody before. So, the question now is, was Destiny just being bitter and dramatic? Or was she finally brave enough to say what everyone else had been scared to admit? And that is where Kimmy and Trish come in. If Destiny's words sparked the fire, then Kimmy and Trish have been the slow-burning smoke that has been rising quietly in the background for a long time. Let us start with Kimmy Scott. If there is one person on Love and Marriage, Huntsville, known for staying calm, being fair, and avoiding drama unless absolutely needed, it is Kimmy. She is usually the one keeping peace when everyone else is falling apart. But even Kimmy could not stay silent forever. In season 6, there was a moment that really caught everyone's attention. While talking about all the tension in the group, Kimmy looked straight at the camera and said, "Sometimes, people only want to hear what matches what they already believe. The rest they ignore." She never said Melody's name, but the timing, the way she said it, and the look on her face made it obvious who she meant. And fans caught it right away. Social media exploded with people saying, "That was definitely about Melody. Kimmy's too real to fake it." People felt Kimmy had known for a long time, but she just did not want to deal with the backlash from Melody's loyal fans. What made Kimmy's words hit so hard was not that they were harsh, but because they came from someone who hardly ever picks sides. It felt like she was quietly agreeing with what Destiny had been saying all along. And then came Trish, unfiltered and fearless. She spoke her mind at a fan event, and she did not hold back. While talking about the cast, Trish said, "You cannot keep calling yourself real and then shut down every time someone shows you the truth. That is not growth, that is control." Boom, mic drop. She even talked about how some cast members, without naming names, use their pain as a weapon while ignoring how they have hurt others. She said people act like they want healing on TV, but refuse to hear anything that could actually help them grow. Again, she never mentioned Melody, but everyone knew exactly who she was talking about. And because Trish is not wrapped up in the show's inner drama, her words carried even more weight. She had nothing to gain and no loyalty to protect. Now fans started noticing a pattern. When someone disagrees with Melody, she cuts them off. When someone shares their side, she calls them messy or negative. When someone calls her out, she blocks them or claims betrayal. Kimmy hinted at it. Trish said it loud. Destiny lived it. So now people are wondering, is Melody really surrounded by fake friends and bad people? Or has she built a world where only her side of the story matters? It is hard to ignore that women from very different parts of Melody's life are all saying the same thing: she refuses to hear anyone else out. And in today's social media world, how people see you is everything. Speaking of that, let us talk about where reputations are made or ruined these days. Social media. Melody has always been one of the most loved and protected people in the Love and Marriage, Huntsville world. People admired her strength after her messy split from Martell, loved how she built her brand, and praised her for always seeming by the drama. But now the vibe is changing fast. When Destiny first spoke out, some fans rolled their eyes, thinking she was bitter or chasing clout. But others, they started to really listen. Then Kimmy spoke, then Trish. And suddenly, the whole story started shifting. Fans began splitting Team Melody or Team Truth. Go through Twitter, TikTok, or Instagram and you will see it. It is no longer just "we love Melody" or "Melody always wins." Now, real conversations are happening. One viral tweet said, "Melody is great at protecting her peace, but not so great at taking accountability." And people are finally seeing it. Another person wrote, "Destiny may be messy, but when everyone keeps saying the same thing about Mel, that's not a coincidence. That's a pattern." TikTok creators even started making videos showing clips of Melody in arguments, People talking over them, brushing off apologies, or walking away when things got tense. Some even made timelines showing how many friendships Melody has walked away from, often giving the same reasons they were fake. They betrayed me. They changed. So, ask yourself, can everyone else really be the problem? Or is Melody finally facing the music? Now, about Melody's response or lack of it. Melody does not really clap back in the comments. But since Destiny's interview blew up, she has been posting little quotes on Instagram. Stuff like, protect your energy. Let the fake ones fall away. They'll lie on you and twist your truth. Stay above it. Classic Melody, vague but sharp. Basically, she is not taking blame, not apologizing, and not showing any sign of reflection. Instead, she is painting herself as the one being attacked. And yes, in the past, she has been treated unfairly, like during her divorce or when people judged her parenting or spread rumors, but this time, it is different. These are not haters or trolls talking. These are people who were once close to her, people with real stories, real connections, and now, real regrets. And now, all of this might be chipping away at her brand. Melody's business, motivational talks, and public image all depend on people seeing her as strong, wise, and emotionally mature. But with this backlash growing, even that crown is starting to crack. If people start seeing Melody as stubborn, selfish, or unable to build real connections, it could seriously hurt her image in the long run. Brands pay close attention to social media. Fans are the ones buying products and supporting businesses. And if enough people begin to question whether Melody is truly genuine, that is when partnerships dry up and booking requests slow down. We are already seeing the shift. Some fan pages that used to be all about supporting Melody are now sharing posts asking her to take accountability, not cancel her, but hold herself responsible. That is really the heart of this whole thing. It is not about hate or cancel culture. It is about simply saying, I could have handled that better. Let us talk about it. But because Melody has not done that, the criticism keeps growing louder. So far, we have talked about Destiny's honest take, Kimmy's quiet confirmation, Trisha's bold words, and now, even fans are starting to wake up. But there is another angle most people are not talking about yet: how this might change Melody's role on the show itself. Protecting yourself and trying to control everything around you so you never look bad. That is why Destiny, Kimmy, and Trish all seem to be saying the same thing: Melody does not know how to meet people halfway. She demands loyalty but does not give grace. She talks about healing but cuts off anyone who does not fully agree with her. Even Carlos King, the show's creator, hinted in interviews that Melody might be in a phase of change, either outgrowing the show or maybe the show outgrowing her. Then there is the tension with the rest of the cast. Some cast members have said they cannot have honest scenes with her because she is too guarded or controlling. A few even refuse to film with her unless there is a mediator present. When it reaches that point, you know something is about to change, either with the character or the whole show itself. Now, let us talk about the audience. Viewers are growing too. What worked in the first 3 seasons, Melody rising from the ashes of Martell's betrayal, is not enough anymore. Fans want deeper conversations, real emotions, and actual growth, and many people are now calling Melody out for staying on the surface and never showing real vulnerability. Even her biggest fan pages have slowed down. Comment sections that once defended her every move now say things like, I love Melody, but this cycle is getting old. If she is really healed, why does she still act like everyone is out to get her? You cannot say you have moved on if you ghost everyone who challenges you. All this shows a pattern: someone who might not be willing to grow on camera or in real life. And if there is one thing reality TV teaches us, it is this: when you stop evolving, your time starts running out. Could Melody leave? Or could she be forced out? Some rumors suggest that Melody may want to quit. Maybe because she is tired of the show's direction or does not want to play the villain in other people's stories. But others believe the opposite, that producers might be planning to slowly move her out to make room for new faces, new friendships, and maybe a new queen bee. One thing is for sure: something is shifting. Whether Melody sees it or not, her refusal to engage, listen, or open up could cost her much more than friendships. It could cost her the very platform that helped her build her name and career in the first place.